The fact is that you will become proficient in a variety of areas during your life. You will improve wherever you focus your time and attention, whenever that happens. The only thing to ask is, what will you become proficient at? Video games or video editing could be the source. It could be participating in sports or cheering on a specific team or sport. It could be working in the entertainment sector or viewing the most exciting TV series frequently and devote your time and energy to. Let's simplify it into 3 core ideas that, if you keep in mind them, will help you make some of the decisions you make every day. As for principle number 1, you will get proficient in something. The second concept is that you have the freedom to select what you excel at. I am aware that these are the essentials. This isn't rocket science, but because they are so basic, the fundamentals are frequently the ones that need the most mental work to recall. So extensive. Again, you have the freedom to select your areas of strength in life. You have the power to decide what and how to spend your time, which will determine the knowledge and abilities you develop. You may choose how you spend the moments in your life, despite the fact that there are perhaps 3,000 advertisements every day attempting to get you to spend time and money on whatever it is they are selling. You could become a specialist in relationships and communication, develop websites, or pick up German if that's what you wanted to do. It would require concentration, labor, and attention, as well as time, energy, and possibly some money, but every step of the way it can be exciting, entertaining, and fulfilling. And keep in mind, while principle number 1 predicts that you will become proficient at something, principle number 2 emphasizes that you get to select precisely what it is that you become proficient in. This results in principle number 3. You succeed if you master a skill that materially and favorably raises the standard of your existence. Once more, it is basic, therefore it is simple to overlook. Almost 50% of the work I do with my life coaching clients involves helping them remember and concentrate on mastering the skills that will lead to measurable improvements in their lives, or as I like to say, doing what matters. Well, for when you become proficient in the fundamental areas of your life, that is, how you produce and manage money, how well you define and carry out your mission in the world, and how well you create meaning for your relationships, yourself, and your life overall, your life will become more fulfilling in every moment if you master these principles. Recalling these basics is the tricky part, and it's not always simple. Businesses that market the newest technology, political ideologies, religious doctrines, and entertainment literally spend tens of billions of dollars annually trying to attract your attention and draw it to their goods in order to convince you to devote time and resources to their goal. Some of the world's most brilliant minds are utilizing their skills to take advantage of some of the most sophisticated psychological and physical technology ever created. Given this, it will require effort, focus, and discipline on your behalf if you want to make sure that you decide to master anything that materially and favorably enhances the quality of your life. The good news is that it is attainable. In actuality, you are capable of much more than you probably think. You may become proficient at the things you must in order to realize your dreams. All it takes is a little time, some discipline, and some concentration. It is said that the most important thing is to maintain the most important thing. Furthermore, as you have already seen, the adage "good things take time" is accurate. To become exceptionally skilled at something, to the point where the output inspires you and others, and you get paid a lot of money to do it, you must devote a significant amount of time and energy to it over an extended period of time. This allows the compound interest of all you are learning to start working its magic. Recall that most people drastically underestimate their abilities in 6 years, but greatly overestimate their abilities in 6 months. In actuality, you will get to wherever you are in 6 years. For better or worse, your life may appear entirely different now than it was before, and what you decide to become proficient in will make a difference. So, I want to leave you with 2 things: a metaphor and a question that people find useful as they work to do what matters. Well, more and more. Let me start with a metaphor involving what I like to refer to as your temporal inheritance, which is the legacy you leave behind for yourself at a later date. One approach to look at your life is as though you inherited the life you got to live when you woke up this morning. Certain traits that you have, like being a member of our specific family, being born into the 21st century, or having your unique genetic makeup, have nothing to do with what you inherited, but the majority of the life you actually inherit each morning is shaped by the decisions that the previous you made. Your relationships, your wardrobe, the literature you read or don't read, your acquired professional skills, etc. This is a challenging subject to consider when you review your inheritance. Are you appreciative of the decisions you took yesterday and last year that resulted in your inheritance? Today, I want you to know right now that you should feel appreciative. Let's be clear, even if your inheritance seems awful to you, it may be far worse. You have essentially won the greatest lottery of opportunity and riches in human history. If you are in a position where you are listening to this podcast, even with how awful things are, most people have always envied you for your circumstances and decisions. It's critical to keep that in mind. Even while there is a lot you can learn from your past decisions, the purpose of this exercise is not to pass judgment on them. It is about what lies ahead. I want you to understand that there is a future you that will wake up and inherit the reality that you make via your choices today, tomorrow, and the following day. That future you will be here tomorrow, 6 months from now, and 6 years from now. Thus, that serves as the metaphor. The query is, when you wake up as that future you some morning in the future, and you look back at the choices you've made, will you be thankful that the you of the past of today chose to get good at something that made a tangible positive improvement in the quality of your life? Inheritance? Recall that now is the perfect time to gain clarity, create a plan, and implement it. The time of power is now. It actually is up to you to leave an inheritance that will enable your future self to lead a successful and fulfilling life.